thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much for you calling me to do this.
Wow. Now we're gonna, so tell us who you are and where you are.
Okay. I'm Raquel Basan, Amar. Amar from my husband's side, Basan from my maiden name. We belonged to Panama a long time ago. My grandparents came to Panama around 1908, 1910, between 1908 till 1918. The reason they came were because they heard that they're going to be building a canal in the area, and that they felt they can find new horizons and find more things to do here, so they came.
Where did they come from?
They came, okay, my grandparents from my father's side, my grandfather, he was from Bulgaria, and he was Sephardic. He lived in Bulgaria. In Bulgaria, he was the teacher of the Alliance Française from Bulgaria, because he spoke French very well. He spoke, by the way, 12 languages. And his name was Nassim Basan, Bassan. He was born in Yambol, Bulgaria, and then he migrated to Aleppo to work in the Alliance Française of Aleppo. And then he met my grandmother, Raquel Mizrahi, and they got married, and they had 3 children in Aleppo. And then one of my grandmother's brothers came to Panama around the dates I told you before, and he saw that he could open like stores, shoe stores. They were specialized in shoes. So he brought my grandmother with my grandfather and 3 children to Panama. They started working for him in the shoe store, but after that they got independent, and they opened a huge shoe store called La Aurora de Basan.
And does it still exist?
It exists.
Wow.
Yes. They started working very, very hard, and then she gave birth to about 6 more kids, or 5 more kids, I guess. And in those kids, my father I remember he was a very strong worker, and my grandmother, Raquel, she was a very strong lady. She used to be standing in the stores all day, like with, giving orders. So, but she was very, very good in that, very good. So all the brothers started working in the shoe store, and they made a big company of shoes, and they built a factory to make shoes here in Panama too. So that's the way they worked. After all of them got married, my grandmother and my grandfather went to New York because her other brothers were there, and she wanted to live there. So all the brothers stayed here, working with all she helped to build, no? Okay, my grandfather from my father's side, Nassim Bassam, he was in the he was director vocal of the first directive of the Shevet synagogue.
So we have to understand.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about Shevet right now. He was a director. He worked with the rabbi, and he had a very good name, a very decent person. They were very well respected, both of them, and we all grew too much. All the brothers had a few kids, and then other kids, and then, the family grew very, very well. Now we're all here, and we're working. They're working. They got separated, but they work in shoes, all of them, almost. Okay. So that's it. And from my mother's side, there was a brother of my grandfather, from my mother's side. His name is Elias Cohen. Okay. He was born in Jerusalem, but his family was from Iran, so he's Iranian. No?
Yeah.
He has a brother he had a brother whose name was Pinhas Cohen, and he came to Bana in 1905. He heard about the booming of the canal, and then he came here with his wife from Israel, and they started working here, and they had what can I say? They started working, I don't know how or where, but I remember they were here. And he was the one that brought my grandfather, Elias, and Malka from Israel. They got married here.
And they were both Persian. Malka was
No.
Persian too.
They got married in Israel. Okay, they got married here. Can I?
Yeah, you can do it.
Then you edit it, okay?
Yeah. I told you, we edit a lot, so
Yeah,
no
so-
worries.
so-
You can say anything
Am I
you
okay?
want. You're perfect.
See. Let me see. Let me see okay.
I have to get my
They
nails
got
done.
married in Padua. And they had 7 children, and they both worked. She was a lady of the house. She used to cook Sephardic food. She used to cook Sephardic little sweets, delicious. I remember her cooking. He worked in the shoe business too.
And she would cook Persian food, or
She would cook Israeli. They were born in Israel, in Jerusalem, in Ohel Moshe, in front of the Mahane Yehuda. Ohel Moshe, that ancient place with they lived there before they came here. And she cooked Israeli food. She had her parents from Morocco. It's a mixture of Moroccan and Romanian. Her parents, and okay, so and she studied before coming. She studied, as I said before, in the art place.
Bezalel.
Bezalel. She knew how to draw very well. Okay,
So she studied drawing.
Yeah. They both came to Panama, got married in Panama, had all her children, and my grandfather. My grandmother's name was Balka Cohen, but her maiden name was Almuli, Almuli, Almuli. Okay, and my grandfather Elias, when he got married and he stabilized here, he was the Gabbai of the Shevet Tahim synagogue.
Oh, the Gabbai.
The
Okay.
Gabbai. He helped. He helped the rabbi pray. He was the one that sang very well when they had to sing like Yom Kippur and things like that. He helped in everything. Everybody respected him. So he was the Gabbai. He died very young due to malpractice, I guess. I don't know where here. But my grandmother stayed alone with her children, and they came up. So
She was a very strong woman.
yes.
Just pull your shirt down a little and there. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. So that's the information of my grandparents. My mother and my father, Sarah and Alberto, they got married in Panama. They were born here. Okay, they had to go to non-Jewish schools because Jewish schools didn't exist. But they got together with the rabbi that was in charge in that time, and they learned about the tradition and the holidays, and they made groups of people, and they made parties and go to Tayelet thing, the buses, they take them to the beaches. They were together, the Jewish, but the school, it was a non-Jewish school. Okay?
And do you know what year that is and the name of the rabbi or no?
that rabbi that exists, Rab Zion Levi, wasn't here,
Right.
not yet. The Shevet Ahim Synagogue was founded in 1933, okay? It was a small group, and they were there, and they had a small place, and they called it Shevet Ahim. The rabbi that was functioning in that time was Rabbi Shimon Abadi. He made a big family. All his kids were brought up here, and they were religious. And he made the function of rabbi here before the Rabbi Levi came. Rabbi Levi came in 1952 with his wife Sarah. They came from Israel. He studied in Borat Yosef Yeshiva. He was very, very well prepared. And well, they had 3 kids here. And from 1952, he started giving all the people that existed in that time all the tools and all the example, his example, Dugma, to build a nice Jewish community, because it was a community, but it didn't have any religion, you know.
But your grandfather knew things.
They knew because they came from that. They knew because they're Jewish. They learn in their countries, and they brought that, and they went to the small synagogue. But all the other people that were born and were small and everything, they learned. But a quality of Rabbi Zion Levi was that he wasn't very fanatic in the sense that he will, let's see, to practice the religion with obligation. He was down to earth in that. He put all the bases for a strong community in the future. So he gave us all the tools for that. He was a very, very hard-working person, very hard. And he was Moel, he was Shochet, he was Rabbi, and he was, what can I say, Kashrut, everything. The very strong Kashrut started when he came, and he made a very good job with his wife Sarah. We all appreciated him very much. He put the good basis for us to be the Kehillah of Panama right now.
Which is incredible.
It's incredible.
But let's take a step back. So who, for example, gave your father the Brit Milah?
My father,
Do you know?
the Mohel Abadi.
Ah, he was also a Mohel.
Yeah, yes, they had. Yes, so he was a Mohel. He knew everything. His name was Shimon Abadi. Before the Rabbi Levi, he was the rabbi, the rabbi, and then okay, he died. Rabbi Levi died in 2008, and let me tell you something. From 2008 till few years ago, we had rabbi coming, rabbi going, rabbis coming, rabbi, and none of them was, you know. I mean, we have to say the truth. None of them could continue his legacy. None of them. Until people in the directive of the Shevet Ahim synagogue started looking for rabbis in Israel to come and help, and to come and because they started opening, there was only one synagogue, Shevet Ahim, in Bella Vista. That was the only synagogue we had. I got married in that synagogue, and there wasn't any other synagogue until the year 1999 or 2000 that the synagogue at Ahavat Zion was built, okay, here in Paitilla. After that, Panama started growing. Jewish people started growing so much that he had to open another in Punta Pacifica, another besides Ahavat Zion, which is a Teret Yosef, one in the Coronado area where the beaches are, and one in the Santa Clara area where the beaches are too. So we have a lot.
And it's all under the umbrella.
On the umbrella of the Shevet Ahim Kehila, okay, and the directive. So we are very grateful because right now we have a kehila, big kehila, with tons of services to give. We have medical service. They have how do you say, mikvaot all over the synagogues. They have houses of learning. They have midrashah for women, like universities. They have three Jewish schools, one traditional and the other one religious, and the other one traditional and religious, but the other one is more religious. But for the kids that graduate, we have, for girls, we have the university, which is a midrashah, which is complete. Very, very, I take classes over there. So, and then we have, for girls, we have Bet Yaakov. We have midrashim for boys, Yeshiva Ketana, Yeshiva Gedolah, Talmud Torah, you know. We have all that service. We have a complete organization, and we have a kashrut department, and we have a...
And one kashrut.
Yes.
For everyone.
Yes, for Shevet Ahim, yes, one.
But Shevet Achim includes the Ashkenazi yeshiva,
No.
synagogue.
The Ashkenazi synagogue?
Bethel is
Bethel.
part of the Shevet Achim Hashgacha.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
And that's what I like about this whole thing.
Okay, good. All the milk restaurants here, which are a lot,
Yeah.
and very good restaurants, have Halav Israel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, all of them. So, and that's it. And the restaurants are divine. Meat, dairy, parv, whatever you want. So people come to visit because they know there's a religious ambiance, and there's a lot of places to go, and synagogues and beaches and restaurants, so they have a good time, and they are sure they're going to keep their religion, you know, and the kashrut they have. So, and what else can I say? Nowadays, we are like a small Jerusalem. I think so. I really
think so
do.
Too.
Yeah, and I hope it continues like this for a long time, forever, until the Mashiach comes. That's I don't know if you want me to talk anything else.
Well, I want you to say also, your children are here,
Yeah.
and your grandchildren are here,
Yeah.
and they come back,
Yeah.
and that's a big part of it too, I think.
Yeah, everybody here, almost everybody, has their children, their grandchildren, my age people, like my age. They have their children and grandchildren coming to us all the time. And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. They go to universities, they go to Israel for yeshivot or for midrashot, whatever, but they come back. They come back. And well, personally, I have a granddaughter that studied here. She was a Mora in the Einstein, and she graduated from the Einstein Institute, and she became very religious. And then she got married with a doctor that was studying in Israel, but he's Panamanian. And they are very happy in Israel. And she doesn't want to come back, but she has to come back because they have to practice here and people are waiting for them. But a few boys go to study a lot. Every time more are going to study in Israel. And a lot go to university in the United States, in Spain, in Canada, you know. They study. They study. The main function, let me say function or occupation before was commerce. Almost 90% of the Jewish people here had stores, retail stores or wholesale stores in the Zona Libre of Colón, you know. But now, as the time has come with a lot of technology and, you know, things are not so well as before. Some people sold their businesses in the Zona Libre de Colón, and a lot of people that had the stores in the Avenida Central, in the Central Avenue, was the best thing we had. Stores of everything you wanted, and it was a big street that it's a peatonal, you say, or it's just the cars can go in.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it actually, but yes, a closed street.
Yeah, closed street, and then it was very long street, and we had all kinds of stores and all kinds of, you know, we used to go for a walk with my friends, and it was such a good place.
And your shoe store was there?
Yeah, 2 or 3. But now, after the technology and everything, people opened in the malls.
Right.
Okay, they're closing the stores in the Central Avenue and Caledonia. Caledonia is the street before Central Avenue, which was like Central Avenue and better. Caledonia, a lot of families shut the stores over there and opening malls, or maybe went to Zona Libre or are making different business, which I don't really know now, but that's what's happening now. So a lot of boys and girls are studying medicine, are doctors, a lot of psychologists. We have the major, I think is the major, alcalde from this place that we're living. It's a Jewish person, Mayor Mizrahi. He is a Jewish boy, a Jewish man, and he is doing a very good job.
Yeah, it's amazing how there's been 2 mayors of Panama that were Jewish.
Yeah.
So take a breath. But I want to talk a little bit about the food that you make.
Okay, I have it ready.
Okay. No, but in general, tell us before we even see that.
Okay, when I was younger, and I had my 4 daughters here, and my husband alive, we did everything. I used to bake Shabbats of 40 people. I used to cook a lot, empanadas, lahmacun, falafel, all the Syrian, entrees. How do you say para picar? Mazawat.
Appetizers.
Appetizers, yes. And I was very good in the kitchen because my mother and my grandmother were so good in the kitchen. I learned from them. My mother, as a matter of fact, was president of the directive of mothers of the Einstein Institute. She was one of the presidents. And she rose money for the school doing bake sales. Bake sales, you know? Mm-hmm. Ooh, you know how much people baked, and she made bake sales, and she baked herself for the bake sales for the Albert Einstein Institute. So I think that she was a very good president. I don't remember the year, but Sarah Basan. And now, well, I do mechshis, which is stuffed vegetables that you stuff with ground meat and rice and
what
spices.
What did you call it?
Mechshi. Mechshi. You can do it with zucchinis, with eggplant, with peppers, with tomatoes, and you stuff them, and then you stir fry them, and you put them in a little pan. Very how do you say? a pan, but profound, how do you say the black word?
Deep?
Deep pan, one on top of the other, and then you put a sauce that I made yesterday here, which is called oo. Oo is a sauce that we put in the mechshis and a lot of Jewish foods that is made from tamarind, lemon, and sugar. I do it that way. And you put them to boil and boil and boil and boil, and you try to clean it well and make like a very thick sauce, and then you put them in glass jars, and you keep them, and then you put that to mechshis, we say medias. Instead of taking the whole vegetable and stuffing it with a meatball and rice, you cut the vegetables in half, and then you do it one way and the other way, and then you put some flour and egg. You eat them in flour and egg, and then you put them to fry, and they stay then like that, and you put them in a Pyrex, open face, and you put the oo, the tamarind sauce, and it's delicious. You can use some tomato paste with it too. Today I made kebab garas. Kebab garas, it's meatballs cooked in tamarind sauce, in tamarind sauce, and there is in the kosher a can of cherries, dark sweet cherries, pitted.
Yeah.
Okay, so we use the water of the cherries, the black. It's not a syrup. It's a black liquid, and we put the cherries on the side, and then you cook the meatballs. You can put a little bit of onion and garlic, and then you cook the meatballs with the sauce, the tamarind sauce, and at the end, when it's done, the meatballs are done, the sauce is a little bit heavy, we put these cherries on top, and then people eat it with pita bread, toasted, or rice.
Sounds amazing. And you have all these from your grandmother, Raquel.
Yeah, because from Syria. I mean, we really cook more Syrian than Israeli. Yes.
And I want to point out one other thing. Your grandmother's name was Raquel?
Yes.
Your name is Raquel?
Yes.
And you have a granddaughter, Raquel?
Yes.
And that's normal in the...
Yeah, normal in the Sephardic. Yeah, the first girl is named after the mother of the father of the girl, and the second girl is named after the mother of the... No.
Yeah, the mother of the mother.
Of the mother, exactly.
Yeah, the maternal grandmother.
Yeah, my grandma was Balka, and I have a sister which is Balka. Now she's in Israel, but she lives in Miami. So that's it. After the first and the second, then if you have more girls, you have to choose and look for other names. That was my case, because I have 4 girls. I don't have boys. And then my first girl was named after my mother-in-law, Margaret. My second girl was named after my mother, Sarah. And then I have the third one, which lives in Mexico City in the Syrian community. Her name is Jennifer, and she's married with a Mishan. And she was named, we had to to think for names for her, so we put her Jennifer Dina. Okay?
So you chose the name?
Yes, because we didn't have any obligation to call them as the other grandmothers. And the fourth girl is Vivian, but she has an Israeli name, which is Vivian Shoshana. So that's it.
Perfect. Thank you.
So what else? You want something else?
I think this is good for now. Thank you so much.
But I think...
Oh, did you miss something? You can, we're going to edit it
Okay,
anyway. It's fine.
I think sometimes my nose gets stuffed.
Do you want to hear it a little bit?
No, I don't. No, but you, if you feel that I'm not talking well, a passage or something, I can repeat it.
If I needed you to clarify, I asked you to clarify. So what I hear right now is perfect.
I talked about the rabbi. I have some things here.
Oh, so you want to check? I'm just going to let it go because then I send one to the editor.
rabbis, the rabbi had three boys, Sion, Levi, David, Haim, and Yaakov. And Yaakov, the oldest, the firstborn, he died. He died during his...
No, and there's a Beit Midrash in his memory, right?
Yeah. He never pushed the people to become religious, but he gave them the spiritual tools to get inspired, and that when the time came for each one.
Yeah. No, you mentioned that, and I think it's important to repeat it. So we'll probably put it.
He was a very low profile, and he was not a fanatic. He was a builder of the community and his people. Okay. Now we have in the Albert Einstein Institute, we had a director of the school, which was named Hetzel Klepfish. He was a very, very, very good director, and he run the school very, very well. He left back to Israel, but now they opened in the Israel library. He opened files of him. He is a brain. I mean, and okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, here we have the archives of Hetzel Klepfish.
But Herzl Klepfish wasn't from your community.
No, he came from Poland,
Yeah.
from Israel, but from Poland, and he came. Oh God, this. Founded in 1892, the National Library of Israel serves as a vibrant institution.
Yeah, we know the National Library.
Archives it. Okay. Hetzel Klepfish's life and work offer a valuable window into the 20th century Jewish history, particularly in the Eastern Europe and Latin America. Klepfish writings and activities provide first-hand accounts of Jewish life in Poland before the Holocaust, capturing a cultural and religious world that was largely destroyed and documenting the complexities of Jewish identity and communal life in a rapidly changing world. His essays and books, such as Echoes of a Vanished Time, serve as vital historical records. His works document the complexities of Jewish identity and communal life in a rapidly changing world. Okay.
And he lived in Panama?
Yes.
And you knew him?
Yeah, he was my director. My how do you say the director? He was my...
The principal?
The principal.
Because you went to Einstein.
Yeah. I was graduated from Einstein. My daughters were all graduated from Einstein, and my grandkids, 3 of them from Einstein, 1 from Magen David.
And you learned, when you learned the tefillot, for example, in Einstein.
Here,
Let's do it here. And I can look it up when I go back home. But when you learn tefillot in Einstein, for example, do you learn it as like Shevet Achim, or you learn it Ashkenazi way?
No, Shevet Achim. I'm going to tell you something. In my times, I didn't learn to pray. I was married with children, and then the community started bringing people to live here. Like I said, Morim, Rabbaim that lived here, and we started going to Shiurim, and we started going to...
But you went to Einstein, so what did you learn in Einstein?
I learned Hebrew, a very good Hebrew, and we Tanakh, Hebrew history and Hebrew. That was all. We for Shabbat we said the prayers of the and we sang the Hatikvah all the time. But in the sense of learning to pray well in the Siddur or everything, we started learning later.
Wow.
Yeah, there wasn't anything here like that.
Until your children.
Yeah.
And then your children.
But the boys that lived before, when there wasn't much Hebrew Tanakh in the schools, they went to Talmud Torah with Rabbi, which is called Rabbi Moises Sakai. He had a small Talmud Torah. My brothers went to his Talmud Torah. Yeah.
Oh, so the boys
And now religion grew so fast. Everything was, came mina shamayim, I guess. So fast. We have a lot of people interested in being more religion and doing teshuvah. You don't know how much.
And in Simchati, where do you go on Thursday?
I go to Simchati on Wednesdays, and we get their shiurim too, and we have all the kashrut. They have mashgiach from Shevet Ahim, and we do exercise. We have a gym. We have ping pong, which I do. They have they have Zumba. They have stretching. They have yoga, and then they have movie classes like acting classes. They have technology classes. They have art classes. They have creative writing classes, and a book club.
Wow.
And Italian classes, because the girls wanted to speak Italian, but I don't go. And then we have a good lunch with everybody, kosher, nice lunch in the lunch. And then we have Mr. Habiles. His last name is Habiles. He is he's a worker now. He was the president of the Defamation League here. We have a Defamation League here.
The Anti-Defamation League.
Anti-defamation, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's just...
And then we have Komsana, which is a unity of psychologists that help people secret. We have a special group for abused women in the houses, very secret.
Is that a big thing here?
No, but maybe, we have, I'm telling you, we have everything a Jewish person needs and a religious person needs, really.
Yeah, no, I've definitely seen that.
I'm so proud.
You should be. And it's amazing how the kids stay with the heritage and they stay with their grandparents and they stay with the...
We're trying our best.
And it's worked. I mean, what I've seen, it works.
It works.
Beautiful.
It works in most of the situations, yes.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. I'm going to pause this.